YouTube, it's Brittany, Isha, Fuchsia, and you're watching Brown Skin Sisters.
Alright, so we're going to be doing another reaction, and this reaction is by Avon Preach, and it's called I Want Men to Be Afraid. That sounds weird. Okay, let's get it.
You don't want allies, you want servitude. You want men to be in position with you, but you want them scared, and you want them as servants. That's what you want. Yeah. Oh, I got you a gift. I got you these glasses. Got you these glasses because you can go like this.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's fire.
That is fire.
That's fire. It's just
okay. You know what I thought? Okay.
You don't see shit.
No, hold on. I can only see this perspective. So I'm like, this nigga got me
black glasses. No, but it's really just to do this. It's just stupid, but it's really just to do.
Oh, nigga, you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You know what I'm gonna do?
What you gonna do?
So you see how this shit works, right?
You have to press on the middle, and it's like a normal charger.
Cause sometimes, you know what I mean? Cause sometimes you making out with the broad, things are going well, and then you decide to turn off the lights and go to the bathroom, and then you come back in. She's like, "Oh, get in bed, baby," and then all of a sudden it gets dark, and the bitch can't see nothing. I'm fucking you tonight.
The 5 years on from what became known as the Me Too movement, there's a growing backlash. Some influential people argue it's become divisive, pitting mastectomies against each other with an assumption of male guilt, leaving many young men feeling marginalised. Recently interviewed two people at the forefront of that backlash, albeit with very different styles and rationales. He's psychologist Dr. Jordan Peterson.
People have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. You know, what a terrible thing to do that is.
Jordan Peterson, for example, the whole interview has been viewed 5.5 million times on our YouTube channels, rightly or wrongly. There's clearly a huge groundswell of interest, at the very least, in their views, if not support. So was Me Too an overdue reckoning, or has it become a damaging battle in a raging culture war? Isabel's still with me, plus political journalist Ava Santino, conservative commentator, a young man who agrees with Peterson and Andrew Tate, Connor Thomason. Connor.
What happened was he went, you agree with Jordan Peterson, he went, and Andrew Tate went,
whoa!
Well, you just slipped that bitch in there. I was like, what's that? What's that?
You cheeky little bastard. You.
I believe that women deserve equal rights, absolutely. But I prefer to change them to the seller. What? Huh? Got me nodding to the wrong thing with the camera on my face.
And if any man now behaves in a way that looks like it's toxic masculinity, bang, they're expunged. Is in that process masculinity itself getting expunged and demonized?
I would say so. I mean, I'm sure that you'll have this experience with your own relationships, peers, and that women, if you say something controversial...
If you say something controversial...
That's what I was about to say. This guy's name is Connor Tomlinson. He looks and sounds like Connor Tomlinson.
My youngest son, Hephaestus, makes an effort to enjoy the delicacies of the noble life, and there's something to be said about the fact that you and I, as boys and grown men in this infant society, have had to endure the peasantry. I'm not gonna lie, even just talking like that, I feel like my bank account gets more money. Yeah,
that's why I talk like that sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you do?
Well, you know what? Not exactly like him, but just that.
No.
It's just different. I know it is.
No, he speaks like he owns the ends. You sound like you're trying to escape the ends.
Yeah, well, you know what? You have to do what you got to do, mate.
There's a serious point here. A lot of young men feel they're getting disenfranchised by society. They're all being over-demonized, that any attempt to be the traditional male figure is now being rubbished and called toxic.
Well, I mean, if you really felt that and you really went out there and you were an alpha male, then you wouldn't be bothered about a bunch of women telling you that you were...
Well, you would if you get cancelled, like Andrew Tate, if you get banned from every social media
he's hardly been cancelled. He was on your programme, which is on national television.
But it's the only platform, actually, he's had for a long time because all the social media companies banned him, literally banned him. He had his email gone, his Google gone, his Facebook gone. It all went down like dominoes.
Well, he's still on there, very, very prolific on there. I can't move for clips of him.
Yeah, but they're not generated by him now.
Well, but that's been for quite some time.
But should he be punished that way?
But what is punished? What is punished?
When you can't talk, when you don't have a place to talk, you're being excommunicated from the social media. You cannot, and the only way that you're going to be able to say your piece whenever people attack you and be able to defend yourself, just merely defending yourself. If I take all your social medias, right, and I cannot defend myself on things that I've put out there, and people are just judging and often saying and amplifying what I've said, I can't even go after that. I can't even defend myself. So that's the punishment.
Hold on. I don't understand these people. You had people celebrating when he got banned. What do you think they were celebrating? Him being punished.
That's a punishment. If you don't
Why do you think he's saying, yo, this has cost me money, this has definitely hampered me, and I'm recognizing the way with my messaging.
That's la mauvaise foi.
It's because he's been punished.
That's la mauvaise foi.
Whether you think it's fair or not is irrelevant. She's debating whether or not he's been punished. This is the goofy talk.
Yeah,
you want to
goofy.
say cancellation's not real because people still have ways to make money. The way that people use cancellation nowadays is not to mean like you're deleted forever. It's to say that you suffer tremendous social and financial harm as a result of some kind of online campaign by people. So you're just being uncharitable and a bit disingenuous when you say he's been punished. How? He's losing millions and millions of dollars from not having access to any of his social medias or for him being technically shadow banned in a lot of these conversations. If you will notice, a lot of Andrew Tate clips don't surface nearly as much now as they did before because these social media companies are actively trying to suppress anything with those state titles. So you being a bit of a liar, but let's carry on.
Punish is where companies take a decision which, in my view, in this case, was perverse because they still allow, for example, the Ayatollah of Iran to have a Twitter account.
Yes.
So there's no consistency here at all.
Well, but however, we love a bit of free market. I'm sure you do, judging by that suit, which is lovely.
Okay. So we're gonna be petty.
But you know, social media companies are private companies.
Can you not
they can do
objectify
whatever
them,
they can do
I'll
whatever
take all the
they like.
objectification I like.
Of course you will, yeah. All right, Isabel.
But Ava, your point about, you know, if men were that alpha, then they wouldn't be that bothered by this, doesn't really help us when it comes to boys growing up. And that is one of my worries, that for teenage boys now, they are so terrified of the consequences of putting a foot out of line. It's hard enough being a young teenager, working out how things are, working out how to do dating and all of that, without the terror that if you touch in the wrong place at the wrong time, you may find that your whole life is destroyed.
See, I
and there
like
is
that
far
terror.
too much. Well,
I like that.
As a
I
mother
think
of
that
a
men
teenage
should be
boy, I
frightened.
don't. Mother of a teenage boy, I don't.
I think everybody should be frightened then. I think that everybody should be frightened. And that's the thing. You like that terror because it puts you in a position when you are the handicap and you're the one on the top. And now all these people are handicapped. You're going to abuse of your power. You know how I know? Because it's happening right now. Yeah, y'all permitting yourself to do stuff and I have to...
Okay. It basically reminds me of, if you want to put it that way, the man should be afraid, then you probably need to rethink that, because what is it for us as women to be afraid to step outside our house, wondering if we're going to get mugged or something like that, if something could happen to us that day after we step outside our house. I mean, that's crazy. I did not expect this when I read the title of this. I thought it was something like dating, no, but it's talking about like, I don't know.
I understand she might be going to the extreme, but I agree with her and the other lovely lady sitting next to her, because like she said, young teenagers and, you know, adolescents and all this good stuff, how they're terrified of making a misstep. I'm not gonna say terrified like you like can't sleep at night.
You just need to be very careful of what you do and say.
You should know. Boys should know by that age, before that age, hey, you don't need to be doing this, or this. No means no. That is her choice. They need to understand what consent is. Mm-hmm. They need to honor it and respect that. And if you as a parent are not teaching your child that, but on the flip side, you're teaching your daughter all this bullshit, misogynistic shit. Oh, you can't wear that. You can't do that. You can't do that because it'll distract the boys. You're doing it the wrong way. Both sides need to be educated. Yes, you need to educate your daughter. Listen, boys are a whole other playing field, and it's all this extra stuff. And listen, you just need to be careful. That's all I'm saying. All right? Yes, it's your body. You have the right to put whatever you want on your body. But I just want you to be prepared for other people's reactions to it. So you need to be prepared. And you need to protect yourself. And on the same note, you need to be educating the boys. Like, listen, don't just go on touching girls. Don't be in their space. Don't be creepy. Like, they should know all this. They shouldn't be learning this as a teen or a grown man. They should know it. That's the point. Like, why? It's really sad. Some of y'all don't know what consent is. Like, seriously, it's really sad that you don't know or you're ignoring it. Either way, it's a double-edged sword.
They must have daughters and putting all the attention on what the daughter's doing, basically what their son's not doing, you know? It's crazy because, again, you have parents who are nowadays focusing more on what the daughter's doing and trying to keep her from doing anything or, you know, trying to shield her from the world, if you what you would call it. But yet you got your son who's out here doing this and that outside I wouldn't say robbing a bank, but I would say probably at the store trying to steal something or something like that. But you got all your attention on your daughter.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching.
Brown Skin Sisters.
Be sure to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Check out other recent videos. And if you have any more recommendations, be sure to leave a comment down below. And we did not react to this whole video, but you guys can find that in the description. Yeah, you guys can find that in the description box. And yeah, we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.